Hi, I'm Riley, and this is my mom, Shannon. She just got back from a trip to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and has agreed to let me interview her. This is your fourth time going to Oklahoma, right?
Yes.
First question, why did you go?
Well, every single time I've been to Oklahoma, it's been to Tulsa, it's been to see Hanson.
Mm. And for the people who don't exactly know, what exactly is Hanson?
Hanson was a huge boy band, but they actually played all their own instruments. They wrote all their own songs. They came out in 1997 and still have a huge following, I guess. They still have a huge lot of us who are, roadies that follow them.
So, what do you think was the most enjoyable part of your trip?
Well, obviously the concerts, but being able to stay with my friend Susan, being able to meet up with a lot of friends across the country who I wouldn't normally see except for at Hanson events.
What were some interesting places or landmarks that you saw, and would you recommend any first-time visitors to go see them?
Actually, there's a lot of fun things to do out there. Second time I went, we went to this place called Buck Adams, and it has this huge mannequin. The first was called The Center of the Universe, and it I don't want to creep anybody out, but it was so you go and you stand in this circle, and you talk and you hear yourself echoing back, but nobody else around you. I mean, they could be at arm's length, can hear you like echoing back. So that one freaked me out. That was the first time I went. And then the last time I went, or the one we just got back from, we went to something called the Philbrook Museum. And that's like an art museum and has a lot of outside places to walk around and look at. And then there's another one called the Gathering Place, which is a huge playground, but is so beautiful. And it was built by 5 million donations.
And one last question would be, would you go back, and would Tulsa be a place you'd recommend other people to visit?
Oh, I definitely go back. I'm sure I will go back at some point. And yes, it's a place that I would recommend to visit. I mean, it's a fun town. There's lots of stuff to do. There's lots of breweries or bars. There's lots of restaurants. There's also 3CG, which is Hanson's record studio. And there's a mural painted on the back side of that wall that you also have pictures of, that we took pictures of. She went with me in January, so she's been to Tulsa before too. So yes, it's also a pretty, low-key, probably middle-class neighborhood, so it's not super expensive to live there, and the gifts or souvenir shops aren't really expensive. So yeah, I'm sure I'll go back someday. I'm skipping Hanson Day this year, though, for Jamaica instead, for Back to the Island. Back to the Island is also an event hosted by Hanson in Jamaica.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you.